If you are thinking about refinancing your home right now during this economic slowdown to save some money, watch this video so you don't overpay. What's up everybody, I am Jasprit Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. In March 2020, the Federal Reserve Bank cut interest rates all the way down to zero as a way to stimulate the economy. Now, that doesn't mean that you get to pay 0%, that means your bank gets to borrow money at 0%, but this means that you can borrow money at a lower interest rate than before. And that also means that your bank is calling you 3 times a day asking you to refinance your mortgage, so you're probably wondering, should I give this Jasprit guy a thumbs up on his YouTube video? Well, yeah, that would be nice. But you're also probably wondering if refinancing your mortgage is the right thing to do. Refinancing your mortgage can be a great way to save a ton of money in interest and be mortgage-free years earlier. But you have to refinance your mortgage the right way, because if you don't, then you could end up paying a lot more money in interest and you could be in debt much longer than you anticipated. That is why refinancing the right way is so important, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's say it's the year 2020 and you are out buying a $300,000 home and you put down a $50,000 down payment. That means you are now taking out a $250,000 mortgage, and let's just say for the sake of this example that it's at a 6% interest rate and this is for a 30-year mortgage. I know interest rates are a whole lot lower right now, but just stick with me for this example. That means every month you are paying $2,000 to your bank for your mortgage and you will be mortgage free by the year 2050. After about 10 years, so now 2030, you will have paid down right around $50,000 of your mortgage, so now you only owe $200,000 on your loan. That might not seem like a big pay down, but remember, your mortgages are front loaded, meaning you're gonna pay a whole lot more interest in the first 10 years of your mortgage than you will during the last 10 years of your mortgage. But now it's the year 2030 and you only owe $200,000 on your mortgage, and now interest rates drop from 6%, which is what you are paying, all the way down to 4%, and now your bank is hounding you to refinance, and at the same time your home has gone up in value from $300,000 to $350,000. That's when you finally decide to pick up your banker's call and they say, "Hey Johnny, how you doing? Listen, this is your bank talking. I can save you a lot of money on your mortgage interest. How does that sound? Good? Okay, cool, because I know you've also been wanting a boat for a long time, and I'm looking at my notes and it looks like your home has gone up in value. How about we pull out a little bit more cash? That way you can go out and buy your dream boat. You know, you've been working really hard. You deserve it, Johnny." Now the wheels are churning. You only owe $200,000 and your home is worth $350,000. So if you take out a new 30-year mortgage for $300,000, now you'll have $100,000 in cash, so you can go buy that boat that you wanted, and you can buy a first-class ticket to the Bahamas, and you can keep paying just $2,000 a month. No, 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 no. This is your banker's dream. The only person that gets rich when you do this is your bank, not you. You had a 30-year loan, and you've already paid down 10 years of it. And now you want to take out another 30-year loan and you want to take out another $100,000 on your mortgage. That way you can buy a boat and go to the Bahamas? No, this is what the majority of people think of when they think of a refinance. And now you're not going to be in debt until 2050. You're going to be in debt until 2060. And you'll end up paying a whole lot more money in interest. Psst, let me let you in on a little secret. Your bank only makes money when you are in debt. So it's in your banker's best interest to keep you in debt for as long as possible, and it's in your banker's best interest to keep you in the most amount of debt. That's not as big of a deal when you're using this debt to buy something that will actually make you money, like real estate as an investment, not as a place to live. But that's not what you're doing here. If you want to refinance the right way, this way you never have to worry about your mortgage again, and this way you can finally afford your dream boat and your trip to the Bahamas, here's what you gotta do. You are living in a $350,000 home and you only have $200,000 left to pay on your mortgage with 20 years left on the life of your mortgage, and this mortgage is at 6% interest a year. Now what you want to do is go start a new 30-year mortgage with only $200,000, and this will be at 4% interest a year. If you do this, your monthly payments will drop from $2,000 a month to just under $1,500 a month. Now you're probably thinking, wait, Jaspreet, if I do that, I'm gonna be in debt for another 30 years. Well, I'm not done yet. What you want to do is refinance with this 30-year mortgage, so now your payments drop to $1,500 a month, but you're not gonna start paying $1,500 a month. You're gonna continue paying $2,000 a month like you were before, and you want to make sure this additional $500 and some dollars goes directly to your principal balance. Your principal balance is your loan balance. That's the amount of money you still owe to your bank. If you follow this plan, meaning you refinance with this lower interest rate, but you keep making the same monthly payments you are today, you're going to be debt-free, not in 30 years, but in 15 years, which is 5 years faster than if you did not refinance on your mortgage. So now instead of being debt-free in 2050, you are going to be debt-free in 2045. Oh, and you're also going to save more than $100,000 over the life of your mortgage. You're welcome. The reason I say take out this 30-year mortgage and just make additional payments is because if you take out a 15-year mortgage, now you're obligated to pay these $2,000 a month. And if you have some sort of hardship where you can't make the $2,000 a month payment, now you're going to be slapped with a penalty and a fine, but you can avoid all that by just taking out the 30-year mortgage and then just paying this additional monthly payment. You just have to make sure that there's no prepayment penalty and that your additional payments are going directly to your principal balance. When you refinance this way, this is when refinancing can be great, but you need to make sure that you're also getting the lowest interest rate on your mortgage. Many of you are probably getting calls every single day from your bank asking you to refinance on your mortgage. And the reason why they're doing that so much right now is because they don't want you to shop around and potentially find a lower interest rate somewhere else with a different lender. Well, your bank might not like me for saying this, but you should still shop around. It does not make sense for you to overpay on your mortgage just to keep your banker happy, who you see once every 3 months. So, Johnny, you decided to get a mortgage from somebody else, huh? Yeah, and it's gonna save me $20,000. You gonna give me $20,000? Have a nice day, Johnny. The simplest thing you can do is go onto a website like our sponsor Credible, where you just have to enter in a few pieces of information, and then they're gonna aggregate the best lenders for you. This way you can see what different banks and lenders are charging. That way you can make sure you're getting the lowest interest rate possible. All you have to do is go onto their website and enter in a few pieces of information, which just takes a few minutes, and then they're gonna present you with different refinance options from different lenders. It doesn't cost you anything. You can be pre-qualified in just a few minutes, and it doesn't affect your credit score. So if you want to learn more and you want to see how much money you can save on your mortgage, I got the link to where you can do that and learn more with our sponsor Credible in the description below. Minority Mindset is a partner with Credible, so if you use them, we will get compensated, but there's no additional cost to you. I mean, their service is completely free to you, and you don't have to worry about taking those unknowing calls from banks and lenders. So if you want to learn more and get a free quote, I got the link to where you can do that in the description below. If I'm reading your mind correctly, your next question might be, Jaspreet, what happens if interest rates go lower? Should I wait for that? Okay, let's look at this practically. The Federal Reserve Bank cut interest rates all the way down to 0%, which is the first time they've done that since the 2008 crash. However, what we've seen from some countries around the world is that there is a chance that interest rates could go lower than where they are right now. But there's no guarantee. It's just a chance, and Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell has said on multiple occasions that he is not considering negative interest rates, at least right now. By the way, negative interest rates don't mean that you get to pay 0% in interest to your bank. It means your bank gets to borrow money at negative interest rates, and then they're gonna mark it up and then sell you a loan at a higher price, which would theoretically be lower than what it is today. However, if you wait for these types of negative interest rates, you're speculating and you could miss out on the opportunity to save out on a lot of money on your mortgage. Is there a chance that interest rates will go lower than where they are now? Sure, there's a chance, but it's not guaranteed. Interest rates have already hit like the lowest that they've ever been. If this dilemma is really bothering you, then you can also consider refinancing with an adjustable rate mortgage. Now, I'm not a big fan of this because it comes with a lot more risk, but if you truly believe that interest rates will go lower, then this is an option for you to consider. Adjustable rate mortgages say that your mortgage payment and interest payment is going to change depending on what interest rates are. So if interest rates come down more, then your mortgage payment will come down. The risk is now that the economy recovers sooner than you think, and then interest rates go up, and now your mortgage payments go up with it. To me, it seems like a lot of risk with not a lot of reward, especially with interest rates as low as they are right now, but it's an option for you to consider. So if your goal is to be mortgage free as fast as possible, refinancing can help you do that, but you want to make sure you do it the right way, which means you take out no more money than you need, you get the lowest interest rate possible, and then you keep making the same monthly payment you are today. And if you're looking for some more resources to make sure you get the lowest interest rate possible, I got the link to our sponsor in the description below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, share it with one friend, that way we can help spread the word. If you want to learn more about what you need to know before you buy a home, I already made a video on it, and you can watch this video on YouTube by clicking this button right over here. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.